Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining us for North Dakota Today. I'm Lisa Bedeau here with Chris Berg on
Hump
this
day.
frigid hump day. It is cold out there.
But you know what? When we look at that, was it Friday, Saturday? I mean, it looks so
Yeah, we're going to be melting snow.
nice.
Yeah, it's just nice. We just have to get through today, but today is like terribly cold.
This is like a little mosquito right now. Okay, I'm done with today.
I don't know. Yeah, it goes from like freezing cold to mosquitoes. There's no in between.
It's unbelievable, though, isn't it?
I'm
How we
okay with
just
that.
do this thing. I know. Not we can
No,
just
I'm okay
stay
with
in the
mosquito
30s.
thinking they're going to come, but you know, I don't know. Right, you know, we're going to do some melting though this weekend, and it'll all give us
Yes.
spring. We'll all have spring fever. I love that.
The best part of this time of year, when 37, maybe 40, it's going to hit. People are out in shorts and flip-flops, and you're like, dude, you're crazy, but I love it.
Well, and it's still February. We're getting close to March, but you know, March can be like this too, where you know, I remember, you know, a lot of Marches that were beautiful and, you know, almost hot, and then I remember blizzards in March too. So that's just what we get when we're living in North Dakota and
Like you don't feel
Minnesota.
like you're totally in the clear till like May.
Right.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah, because even April is
Can be give and take, and there can be some flooding, so everyone's got angst about that. And then finally in May, you're sort of like, oh, okay, I can take a deep breath. And
right. Even Memorial Day is not often like you know. I usually am like, if I have to pick you know, a holiday to take, I'll take Labor Day over Memorial Day because it's you never know what kind of weather you're going to get on Memorial Day. Okay, so I color my hair probably more than I should, but did
What
you
do you
know?
color it?
I just, you know, give myself some highlights, low lights. I don't have a lot of gray, I swear I don't. But if I did, I'm not sure I'd be ready to do this. But the new hair trend is white hot. Another big splash was made yesterday by someone who were used to having very bright red hair, went white. Sharon Osbourne dumped her vibrant hair color, and you know, you almost don't recognize her when you take a quick glance. There she is with white hair. It's kind of a platinum shade of white gray, which I think looks fabulous. Look at this side by side, though, right? I actually think that she looks younger with the gray hair.
I think you're right, yeah.
You know, versus the red hair. I don't know. It looks amazing. And we were just talking, I think when we were doing something from the Oscars, another big name who is now embracing her gray. You know who that is, Jane Fonda.
Let me ask you this, do you think they're going El Natural right there, or are they still kind of giving it some color and some highlight? 'Cause
I think they're still giving it a little bit.
Yeah, I do too.
A little bit of poof. But I was thinking, okay, since this is all the rage right now and all the big stars are doing it, some of my favorite people who are right here in Fargo are doing it. Do you remember when Kay Hildy was on just like a month ago, and I was like, why do you look different? She's like, I decided just to go with my natural hair color. So a little gray. I think she looks fabulous. I love it.
You know what was amazing? When she came in that day, it was like you just had a different presence about her. I was like, okay, like you feel just more authentic right now than with all the other stuff. And she's like, yeah, I know, it's weird. I have a lot of people telling me that. So
I like it.
She's rocking it.
She's an artist. Well, so maybe she's just working with colors, but I just feel like a lot of artists, they're just, you know, true to, you know, what's natural. So I love that. I think of her as a well-known artist. I was talking to some people in the newsroom, like, well, yeah, but she works at Ace Hardware too. So if you see her, stop by Ace and say, hey, I love your hair. You're looking fabulous. I think she does it just because she loves people. And then I didn't want to forget about this gal. Here's a Julie Holgate. She's a Valley Today producer. She used to dye her hair or bleach her hair, I don't know what you call it, blonde. And there's like a filter on this, but she started just letting her natural color go like 10 years ago. So she was well before. But, you know, because I was talking about this and I turned around, I'm like, oh my God, Julie, I need to have your beautiful white hair on TV as well. So I love that she's embracing it too. And then it actually went into this, Julie and I discussed this for quite a while this morning. You can't, you know, well, like going from that red hair that, you know, Sharon had to white, it's a process. Julie was telling me she's talked to hairstylists to, if you've been coloring your hair, you know, you have to kind of go to the highlights and, you know, kind of strip out the color. Like if I went, I would imagine it would take me a little while to go from dark hair to white. But wouldn't that be it would be like, who are you if I did that? And it's not just the ladies. Do you know this? You're used to Sylvester Stallone, right, with the dark hair? But he's got a new look these days too. Look at that. What do you think? He's a silver fox, Chris.
Yeah.
Oh, you kind of gave it a, you like it with the dark hair?
I think so. It's just probably because Rocky's just so embedded in people's brains. You know what I mean?
You're like, that's not Rocky?
Yeah, you're like, it just doesn't.
Who's that?
look exactly.
Although he still looks pretty good, I think. I don't know. I like when guys embrace it. Although, you know, when guys color their hair, that's okay too. So, but interesting. I didn't want to leave the guys out because it's also a big deal. There was also when I was kind of like, you know, doing my investigative Google searches today, I was like, yeah, the guys are going
Wasn't
white as well.
Seacrest like the big color my hair guy that?
He has like highlights
Yes, I was
and
gonna
stuff.
say,
Yeah, he
like
does
all
a
the
lot
highlights
of.
and-
I was trying to think of I think it's still highlights. I wanted to say like frosting, but I think they stopped calling it frosting your hair back in the 90s. But you know, when guys just kind of highlight the top, I don't know.
I think you're thinking how to get rid of your guy in 10 days, or what was that movie again? Remember when they called it Frosty? When they would ice him up, and ooh, you look frosty because they had all the diamonds on and stuff. And
Would you? So you're not going to get highlights anytime soon?
No,
What would Chris? You know, I say,
think
what would
so.
I look like with silver? What would Chris look like with white hair? I
the
could
silver
see.
fox. But that's a ways away for me. But hopefully at some point I'll be able to rock it and look like I'm, you know, have a lot of wisdom and super astute.
Extinguished gentleman with your white hair. Anyway, if you at home are embracing your natural color, and whether that's white, you know, silver, gray, I love it. I just think it's beautiful, and it's nice that people are now.
So when you start to go there, are you like
I don't know. I
funny
admit it
how-
right off the top. I'm not sure I'm ready to yet.
Yeah, like I don't know if I would be ready to just let this thing start to go gray, and I don't know if that's a vanity thing or a fear thing or what. But you're like,
I should.
just-
Although the more people you see do it, the more then you're like, yeah, I could just do it. My grandma, my mom's mom, has beautiful white hair. My
Oh.
grandpa used to color it for her all the time dark, and then she, you know, because some people, like my sister would say, well, I have Melseat gray hair, so I couldn't ever. She's, you know, but my grandma, she probably doesn't know. She probably has beautiful white hair like my grandma. But wish I should have brought a picture of Grandma Copo. She's just this stunning white, beautiful hair. So I guess if I look at her and I think she's beautiful.
it definitely works for some people, and it just gives you that sort of presence of wisdom. Like, hey, I've been around the block a few times, so you know.
But my grandma's in her 80s, so she can rock that. But you know, you look at pictures when my grandma, she had dark hair, and now all of my pictures with her, white, white, white.